If you loved Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, then there's another story coming from this same world, and fans are already excited about it. The upcoming HBO series, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, is one of the most anticipated fantasy shows right now. It is based on the famous Dunk and Egg novellas written by George R.R. Martin. And now the big question fans are asking is, will there be a Season 2? Well, the answer is yes, Season 2 is officially happening. Even before Season 1 has fully released, HBO has already started planning the next chapter of this story. According to multiple reports, production planning for Season 2 has already begun, which shows HBO has strong confidence in this series. But what exactly will Season 2 be about? To understand that, we need to look at the original Dunk and Egg stories. The first season of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms will adapt the novella called The Hedge Knight. This story introduces us to two important characters. The first is Ser Duncan the Tall, also known as Dunk. He's a humble hedge knight who dreams of becoming a true honorable knight. The second character is Egg, a young boy who later becomes one of the most important Targaryen kings in Westeros history. Their friendship becomes the heart of this entire story. Now, when Season 1 ends, the next chapter will most likely move to the second novella written by George R.R. Martin called The Sworn Sword. This story takes place during a terrible drought in the Reach. Dunk and Egg find themselves serving an aging knight named Ser Eustace Osgrey, but things quickly become complicated when a conflict begins between Osgrey and a powerful noblewoman known as Lady Rohanne Webber, also called the Red Widow. A simple dispute over water slowly turns into a dangerous political conflict. This means Season 2 will introduce several new characters that fans of the books already love. Reports suggest that actress Lucy Boynton will play Lady Rohanne Webber, one of the most important characters in this storyline. Actor Peter Mullen is expected to play Ser Eustace Osgrey, while Babu Cisse may appear as Ser Bennis of the Brown Shield. Of course, the two main heroes will return as well. Peter Claffey will continue playing Ser Duncan the Tall, and Dexter Sol Ansel will return as the young Prince Egg. One interesting thing about this series is that it will be smaller and more character-focused compared to the massive battles of Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. Instead of dragons and huge wars, this show focuses on knights, politics, friendships, and the everyday life of Westeros. That's exactly why many fans of the books are very excited about it. Another important detail is the episode count. Just like the first season, Season 2 will likely have around 6 episodes. HBO wants to keep the story tight and focused, instead of stretching the story too long. And if the show becomes successful, there is still more story left to tell. The Dunk and Egg series actually has a third novella called The Mystery Knight. If HBO decides to continue the show, that story could easily become Season 3. So in total, this series could run for multiple seasons if fans support it. As for the release date, Season 1 of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is expected to premiere in 2025, while Season 2 will most likely arrive around 2027, depending on the production schedule. HBO also plans to rotate its fantasy shows, meaning fans could see House of the Dragon in one year and A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms in another. This strategy keeps the world of Westeros alive almost every year. For now, fans are waiting to see how the first season performs, but early expectations are very high, because if HBO manages to capture the same magic that made Game of Thrones famous, this smaller story about Dunk and Egg could become one of the most beloved shows in the entire franchise. So, are you excited to see A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms Season 2? And do you think this series could become the next big fantasy hit after House of the Dragon? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates about movies, TV shows, and everything happening in the world of entertainment.